Right, let's jump straight into this explainer. If you've been following the cricket world lately, you already know that what just happened over at Headingley wasn't just a loss. It was a complete dismantling of a team with a really rich historic legacy. So today, we're going to forensically examine exactly how and why this massive collapse happened, breaking down everything from the tactical blunders on the pitch right down to the systemic issues brewing off of it.
2.5. That is the staggering number of days it took for England to completely dismantle the Pakistani side. 2.5 days. Now, for a format that is literally designed to test your endurance, your technique, and your mental fortitude over 5 full days, wrapping up a match this quickly, well, that is a profound statement. It speaks volumes about the sheer lack of resistance offered by the visiting side in English conditions.
And honestly, because of that rapid collapse, analysts across the board were absolutely ruthless in their critiques. Pundits actually went as far as to impartially label the squad a loser's 11, calling this the darkest day in Pakistan's cricket history. This didn't just feel like a defeat to those watching, it felt like a total abandonment of fighting spirit.
The numbers really tell the story here, and the gap in performance is just staggering. England piled up a massive 409 runs in their single innings. Meanwhile, Pakistan? They couldn't even scratch 180 runs in either of their attempts, scoring a paltry 171 in the first innings and an even worse 135 in the second. They lost by an innings and 103 runs. It was like they were playing on 2 entirely different pitches. England found it highly scoreable, while Pakistan's batters made it look completely unplayable.
Section 1. Tactical and batting blunders. Let's look at how this played out.
You can really see a massive mindset gap between the two captains. On the one side, you have England's Joe Root proactively setting specific traps, instantly going into a leg slip position to support Jofra Archer, anticipating exactly how the Pakistani batters would react. But on the flip side, Pakistan's captain Samad Ali Agha immediately set defensive boundaries. He pushed a fielder to deep long off within the opening minutes of the day. One team is out there hunting for wickets, and the other is already trying to stop boundaries before the pressure is even applied.
And that tactical superiority directly translated into some pretty brutal batting failures. I mean, batters were falling for completely telegraphed traps. Young Azan Awiz flicked a really predictable ball directly into a leg slip trap. Imam-ul-Haq used incredibly awkward ducking technique. Abdullah Shafiq played loosely away from his body. Saud Shakil got caught in a highly unusual deep fine leg position. And the captain himself got trapped LBW twice by the exact same swinging delivery. It was essentially a masterclass in what not to do.
A crucial point raised by multiple sources here is that the squad severely lacked situational awareness. We're talking zero game awareness. This was perfectly exemplified by the senior batters, particularly Mohammad Rizwan, who kept taking early singles on the very first ball of an over. By doing that, they continuously exposed their fragile tail-enders, guys like Khurram Shahzad and Muhammad Abbas, to fresh, aggressive English fast bowlers. Instead of farming the strike and protecting the lower order, the senior players literally just handed them over to the wolves.
Section 2. Toothless bowling and fielding.
Because, you can sometimes survive a bad batting innings if your bowlers can bail you out, but that absolutely did not happen here. The contrast in the pace attacks was night and day. England's pacers were lethal and clinical, taking all 20 of the Pakistani wickets, utilizing the overcast Headingley conditions beautifully by hitting the right lengths and swinging the ball. Conversely, Pakistan's fast bowlers severely lacked the express speed and discipline required. This forced the team to rely heavily on a solitary spinner, Ali Usman. And when your seamers can't make a dent in English conditions, you are in serious trouble.
To make matters worse, the bowlers weren't getting any help from their fielders. Pundits noted that the fielding followed this painful downward trajectory. First, dropping crucial catches, like Harry Brook at 90, followed by lethargic misfields that allowed easy boundaries, and then it quickly devolved into completely comical communication errors, with fielders literally throwing balls at the wicketkeeper's body instead of the stumps. It was just a chaotic lack of focus.
Section 3. Systemic roots of the collapse.
Because losing in 2.5 days requires more than just a string of bad luck, it points to a rotten foundation. Analysts are tracing this failure straight to the top of the Pakistan cricket board. They highlight a systemic mess. You've got divided attention at the highest level, with the chairman holding multiple demanding government roles. Combine that with a coaching staff lacking crucial international and red ball coaching experience. And on top of all that, sources point to a toxic over-reliance on PR to build up players rather than actually rewarding solid grinding domestic performance.
all of this inevitably bleeds into a massive mindset problem. One pundit perfectly summarized the perceived attitude of the team with this exact quote: "When you are happy just to be here, you forget how to compete." The analysts felt that the squad was perhaps way more focused on the prestige of simply touring England, enjoying the perks of the trip, rather than stepping onto the pitch with the aggression and hunger they actually needed to put up a real fight.
Which leaves us with this final, vital question to close out today's explainer. Can the PCB successfully restructure to save their red ball format? Or is this 2.5-day defeat the new standard we should expect? The analysts we looked at today certainly aren't holding their breath for a quick fix. Until the fundamental systemic issues are addressed, that Losers 11 label might be really hard to shake. It's a harsh reality check for a proud cricketing nation. That wraps things up for now. We'll see you next time.